Hello guys, welcome back again to price action trading on Bank Nifty. We use 5-minute charts for our trading and just one indicator, the 20 period moving average. And our aim is to find day trades on Bank Nifty purely on price action. So let's see what our most favorite index did today. So as we can see, we had a huge fall at the open, and after the first 5-minute bar ended, we were down by almost 450 points. But today, if you see closely, or if you just look at it, it's just a one-way move right from the word go. So we closed 505 points positive for the day. So the whole move for today, we opened with first bar negative of 450 points and we closed the day with 505 points on the upside. So it was just a classic day of buy on dips. So you buy here, 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 you buy here. So it was just buying on dips the whole day. From a price action point of view, it looks like a very easy day to trade, but from a psychological point of view, it would have been one of the toughest days to trade. Let's see why. So as we see that Bank Nifty has been in a confirmed downtrend from the 10th of April. We're just moving down all these days. Then today, when the first bar opened, I always look at the completion of the first 5-minute bar to decide in which direction I want to trade. So already at the close of the first bar, we were down by 445 points. So it didn't make sense to do anything but to see how the price action would unfold. The next bar opened where the first bar closed. It tried to go down, but then it ended with a very strong bullish bar, which means there was some bullish momentum, and I was expecting the price would go from here and touch the moving average. I did not take this trade. Maybe I was lazy, maybe I was distracted, but let's see how the price action took place. The next bar opened here, it tried to go down, and the next three bars they just gave bullish closes. Even this was a doji bar, but it gave a bullish close. The price corrected and then zoomed up again, so we could have got one leg down and the second leg up. So this 1, 2, and anyone who would have bought at the close of this bar would have tried to book some profits here. If not here, then definitely with this strong bearish bar, he should have closed here. The market made another attempt to go and touch the moving average, but this would have been a good trade at the open of this bar and at the close of this bar. Not many points, but still would have made some small money. And mind you, this is a scalp trade because we are trading below the moving average in a downtrend. So any bullish trade would have just been a scalp trade with mostly a 1:1 risk reward ratio. Now there are a couple of bars which I want to bring your attention to today, which would have hinted that we may be in for a bullish day. So let's see how and where those bars are. So as you can see, we had this one leg up, down, and then again here we failed to meet the moving average. So when this upcycle ended, it tried to come down and it formed a kind of a flag because of this tail. And then the second bar also, it had a long tail, but after this flag, it was supposed to go up, it failed and it came down. Again, it tried to go down and it failed, but somewhere this bar closed below this bar. So I was expecting that the upward movement has ended and we would see a down move in a phase of one leg, then up, then second leg. So I took a trade at the close of this bar. I took a trade at the close of this bar. The reason being that once this bar had closed, you can see this tail it went below the low of this bar, so I took a short entry, hoping that this up move towards the moving average had finished and we will now come all the way down to the low of the day minimum. So this was my entry bar, but as soon as I entered my position, it started to go against me and it went as high as this and then came down. So what did it become? It became like a bearish flag. So here it's come down here, it's tried to go all the way up and it's come down, and then there will be more action to go a little bit up and then come down again to finish this second leg. So if you could see clearly, just look at the tails of this bar. It came down, tried to go up, failed, and then it has to go all the way down. So when this bar finished, the next bar opened slightly higher, tried to go up, but then it started to move down and I was in profit already. Not in profit, I was my losses were kept on reducing. And once this tail went below the tail of this bar as well as the tail of this bar, I was in a small profit. So I was expecting that okay, this one leg down, up, and then there will be another leg down, same distance, however this much I've traveled, or if I'm lucky to either close here or close here, either here or here towards the low of the day. Now this was the bar which alerted me that something is not correct today on the downside. So when this bar closed, this is a very powerful bearish bar and I was expecting more downside momentum, and you can see after the bar closed here, this bar opened below this bar and it continued on its way down. So I was very happy that my small profit had started to grow. But suddenly in the final few seconds, maybe the last 30 seconds or 45 seconds, this bar started to move up, went all the way up. So imagine this bar started from here, it was a big red bar all the way from here to here, it's a big red bar. Slowly it's moving up, still a red bar, and once it crossed this, it became a green bar. It went more higher, became a powerful reversal green bar, and then came down again and closed as a doji, but a green bar. So I realized instinctively that this down leg, which I was expecting after this first leg down, up, and the second leg down, it had failed over there. And immediately I just exited my trade almost at break even. Let's say I lost around 25 paisa per lot. I was very lucky, I must say, in this trade. But this is where, as a price action trader, I was successful. And because of my psychology, I was very unsuccessful because I could not read that the market has tried to make a base here. It has defended this base here and it has chosen not to go down at this point. Even this bar was a very tough bar for a lot of traders because even most of the traders would have had a bearish bias. So you would be expecting one down here and then another down. It failed here. It slightly, if you see, the highs are higher, the lows are higher, and the bodies are green. Even if they are doji bars, there is a small bullish momentum building up here. This bar would have taken a lot of people by surprise because it started from here, went all the way down. So whoever was bullish here, very few people, they would have got stopped out. And whoever was bearish, they would have taken their stop loss target after this bar at the high of this bar. So even this bar cut all their stop losses. So a lot of people would have lost money here. All the bears who would have been here, they should have exited here. And the bar then went ahead and touched the moving average, which was my aim right from here. And then it closed as a doji bar. So the bears and the bulls were in agreement that okay, the height of the tail is almost same, and a lot of stop losses would have triggered both for the bears on the upside and the bulls on the downside. Now this was the base which got defended. Then the market slowly kept moving up, touched the moving average. I was expecting again there would be some downside movement, but no. Here After this bar, it went down. It was supposed to go more down, but it did not, and it became a doji bar again. So it's keep on defending its base. The market moved here again, so I was expecting, okay, it's a down move. We are in a flat market now, or a range bound market, and then we should continue now to our way down. So which was one particular bar that told us that no, something is after this action, something is not correct on the downside. Things might have changed. So let's see what happened. After this bar with a high tail, this bar corrected, this bar corrected. So I was very confident that okay, we have closed below the moving average. We might expect one leg up as a bearish flag, and then again a solid down to continue our downside momentum. So after this bar ended, this was a bearish flag, and I was making myself ready that as soon as the price goes below this low, I will take an entry. So this bar would have again trapped a lot of bears because it went just a little slightly below the previous bar for the next leg down. I did not take a trade, maybe I was lucky. So as imagine this bar, it opened here and all the way it came till here and it became a big red bar. So all the bears would be rejoicing again that yes, whatever this upward movement had come, it's all finished, and now we are just going to continue with a down move. But again in the final few seconds, it ran up and closed here, which means this down, one down, up, and the second down movement has failed. And then the next bar also, it became a doji bar, almost like an inside bar if you just look at the bodies. Again, it's not going down. So this low has been defended, similar to this low which had been defended. So here it was defended once, here it was defended once. So whoever was a smart price action trader, not like me, would have been alerted that there is no downward momentum now here and the market may move upwards. And this was the bar which gave the clue that yes, we are now going to choose to go upwards and see how the market plays out. Once this bar and this bar took place, we were in a confirmed uptrend. Then it's just a pure price action play to buy on dips. So we have a bullish flag here. Again, you buy this long wedge shaped bullish flag here. Again, there is a buy. Again, there is a bullish flag here. There is a buy. Then there is a two leg move down to the moving average. Why? Because there is one push up, down, second push up, down, third push up. Normally after this, there is a two leg push down to meet the moving average. So one leg down, up, and then the second leg down. The moment this bar closed and it engulfed the moving average, even smart price action traders would have taken a trade right at the close of this bar. Even if they waited for the close of this bar, they could have easily got this, all these profits during the day. So a very simple price action movement today, closing below the moving average on a downtrend, winning the moving average back again, taking a support there, and then it's just a buy at every dip. But from a psychological point of view, it was very difficult to trade. I was very lucky to come just at break even, but I'm very sure many people would have lost money, especially on these bars, this particular bar, as well as this particular bar. And also many of the traders who were just trying to find a top during the move today. But whenever you have an upward sloping moving average, it's a little foolish to try to find the tops. Thanks for staying. As a bonus, I had one more chart which if I had seen in the morning after this first 5 minutes ended, I would have really changed my thinking to become bullish. But everything is very clear in hindsight. It was only after the market closed, I kept looking at the charts to analyze this, that I realized that, oh yes, there could have been a possibility and the market had alerted us that this may be the low and the market may move up. So as a bonus, this is the chart. We are going to shift to Bank Nifty on a 1 hour basis and just zoom out. So forget these numbers, they're just my count. So if you look closely, this is the top of the bar and I had drawn this line touching the top of this bar and touching the top of this bar and just extending it into the future, not worrying whether it touches this or this. Just these two heads I've extended in the future and drawn a parallel line with this to this from this low. So from the beginning of the year, we can see that the price action on Bank Nifty, it touches this high, comes to this low, touches this high, tries to come to this low, touches this high, comes to this low, touches this high. Now what happened today? When it came down and touched this low, and after 1 hour where it closed here, even on 5 minutes, so sorry for this. Even on 5 minutes, if you can see, this is the line where it had touched, went down below, and this strong bullish bar gave us the indication that I am going to respect this line and it's going to be a good base for the day, because it has already been defended by price action for the last 3-4 months. Defended here, and today it defended here. So this was always, it's very easy to look at trades in the hindsight. So what should be our strategy for tomorrow? Whenever there is, so looks very clearly that the bearish trend may be ending, but let's draw one trend line and we connect this top and this top or this top and just extend it in the future. Just keep looking at these 2 points. We'll keep touching those tops and extend those lines in the future. So the market tried to come out of that trend line, broke here, but it failed and went down again. And then here it has decisively broken the trend line, because one down move, up, down, up. Now what happens normally in price action is, whenever there is a strong trend line that is broken, and this trend line is from the 10th of April, the strong trend line which is broken, the market will come back to test this low again. The low, testing of this low can happen in many ways. Either it will be an exact or this around this area, or it can be a higher low as well. So what I expect on Monday is that, since it looks like this is a double top and this trend line is broken and this uptrend is there, so this uptrend may come down once to reach this low point, either here or with a higher low, and then shoot back up again to continue the uptrend. So that's all from me today. Thanks. I wish I was a more alert price action trader, so I could have really made a lot of money. Maybe you could easily cover your month's target in a single day. But as luck has it, instead of making money, I was even more lucky not to lose money, because this particular bar alerted me that the first leg and the second leg has failed. So it's better to get out and not lose any money. Okay, that's all for it today, guys. Thanks, and see you again on Monday. Wish you a nice weekend.